Question 1. The necessary requirement for submitting need not contain? Option. A.it must be in writing and duly signed by the complainant and/or authorized person. Option. B.it should contain the name address of the complainant. Option. C.it must contain the bank and branch name against which complaint is being made. Option. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question 2. Documentation is necessary because of. Option. A. It helps to identify/specify the borrower. Option. B. It helps to identify security. Option. C. It works as a written evidence. Option. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question 3. Which of the following is not relevant to documentation? Option. A. It is an evidence of creating a change over the security. Option. B. It can recognize forget transactions. Option. C. It provides a right to the bank of file a summary suit. Option. D. It defines rights and obligations of the parties thereto. Answer. B. It can recognize forget transactions. Question 4. The requirement of execution of documents depends on. Option. A. Nature of credit facility. Option. B. Nature of security of loan. Option. C. Constitution of business. Option. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question 5. The security documents can be by way of. Option. A. Personal security. Option. B. Primary security. Option. C. Collateral security. Option. D. Any or all the above. Answer. D. Any or all the above. Question 6. Which of the following one stamps where documents are required to be stamped? Option. A. Adhesive revenue stamp. Option. B. Special adhesive/embossed stamp. Option. C. Bill of exchange stamps. Option. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question 7. Have to maintain cash reserve under Section 18 of the BR Act. Coup. Option. A. Banks. Option. B. Banking companies which are not scheduled banks. Option. C. Nationalist banks. Option. D. None of the above. Answer. B. Banking companies which are not scheduled banks. Question 8. The payment of penalty under Section 24 of BR Act can be enforced by making an application before. Option. A. The government. Option. B. Civil court. Option. C. High court. Option. D. None of the above. Answer. B. Civil court. Question 9. In a government company the government holds at least %. Option. A.12. Option. B.15. Option. C.50. Option. D.51. Answer. D.51. Question 10. RTI application should be accompanied by a fee of rupees. Option. A.10. Option. B.20. Option. C.50. Option. D.100. Answer. A.10. Question 11. Under open cash credit, the goods are taken as security, without transferring. Option. A. Ownership of goods. Option. B. Possession of goods. Option. C. Both are transferred. Option. D. Both are not transferred. Answer. D. Both are not transferred. Question 12. Can the banking ombudsman resolve the dispute between banks or between bank and its customer by arbitration reference? Option A. No, the banking ombudsman has no arbitral powers. Option B. Yes, if banking ombudsman himself feels and decides to so. Option C. No, as the banking ombudsman has no powers of civil court. Option D. Yes, if both the parties to the complaint agree for the same. Answer D. Yes, if both the parties to the complaint agree for the same. Question 13. The directions of Reserve Bank issued to the banking companies under Section 35A of the Banking Regulation Act are: Option A. Binding on them. Option B. Not binding on them and are in the nature of guidelines. Option C. Binding on the banks and the public. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. Binding on them. Question 14. As per lending policy, repayment of term loan is generally given up to: Option A. 10 years. Option B. 20 years. Option C. 7 years. Option D. 1 year. Answer C. 7 years. Question 15. Which of the following statements is correct? Option A. The qualified investors would be paid out of the realization of financial assets. Option B. Any dispute between bank securitization company and qualified institutional investors would be settled through arbitration. Option C. The lending company sells its loans to the investors through special purpose vehicle. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 16. What are the features of asset reconstruction? Option A. The right or interest of any bank is acquired for the purpose of realization of such assets. Option B. Non-performing assets alone can be acquired for asset reconstruction. Option C. The assets can be acquired by the asset reconstruction company by issuing debentures and bonds or entering into an arrangement with the bank. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 17. Under what circumstances security cannot be enforced? Option A. If it is an agriculture land. Option B. When the amount due is less than Rs. 1 lakh. Option C. When the borrower has repaid more than 80% of principal and interest. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 18. Security interest means. Option A. Right, title, and interest of any kind upon property. Option B. Created in favor of any secured creditor. Option C. This includes mortgage, hypothecation, and assignment. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 19. Dissolution of a partnership firm takes place if: I. By mutual agreement amongst the partners to dissolve. 2. Death/insolvency/retirement of a partner. 3. Operation of law. Option A. Only, I, and 2. Option B. Only, I, and 3. Option C. Only, 2, and 3. Option D. I, 2, and 3. Answer D. I, 2, and 3. Question 20. When an action for enforcement of security can be initiated? Option A. When a borrower is under the liability of secured creditor. Option B. Borrower makes a default in payment of principal and interest. Option C. The loan account is classified as non-performing asset, NPA. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 21. What is a non-performing asset? Option A. Where payment of interest or principal or both is in arrears for more than 180 days. Option B. Where loan account is in default for 90 days and above. Option C. Where loan account is classified as substandard doubtful or loss asset by the bank as per the directions of RBI. Option D. None of the above. Answer C. Where loan account is classified as substandard doubtful or loss asset by the bank as per the directions of RBI. Question 22. Which of the following are the requirements for finding a notice? Option A. It must be in writing giving a borrower time of 60 days to discharge the liability. Option B. It must specify that secured creditor has right to exercise any action over the assets. Option C. It must give details of amount payable by the borrower and the secured assets intended to the enforced. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 23. Which of the following a notice must specify in case of foreclosed loans? Option A. It should cover entire loan liability including installments not due. Option B. It should cover entire loan liability including installments not due. Option C. It must mention future interest payable till the date of repayment. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 24. Which of the following are the provisions for joint secured creditors? Option A. Individual secured creditors cannot take any action unless such right is agreed upon. Option B. Decision will be taken jointly by secured creditors having 75% or of liability. Option C. The decision take as above, B, will be binding in all the remaining secured creditors. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 25. How the amount received from sale of secured assets would be applied? Option A. Payment of cash, changes incurred in taking over the assets and maintaining it. Option B. Discharge of due of secured creditor. Option C. The remaining amount will be paid to the borrower entitled. Option D. In the above manner, A, B, and C. Answer D. In the above manner, A, B, and C. Question 26. Which of the following statements is correct? Option A. Secured creditor may file a case with DRT for the remaining unrealized amount. Option B. No suit can be filed against the secured creditor if it has acted in good faith. Option C. Action against the secured creditor can be taken only if malafide is alleged and established. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 27. Whose assistance can be taken for taking over assets if the borrower resists giving possession of the asset? Option A. Chief Metropolitan Magistrate. Option B. District Magistrate. Option C. A, or B. Option D. Superintendent of Police. Answer C. A, or B. Question 28. Spurious goods are defined under. Option A. Sale of Goods Act. Option B. Contract Act. Option C. Consumer Protection Act. Option D. Companies Act. Answer C. Consumer Protection Act. Question 29. The document of title to goods enables the holder. Option A. To transfer the goods. Option B. Ownership by endorsement. Option C. Possession of goods by delivery. Option D. All of above. Answer D. All of above. Question 30. Imprisonment for money laundering can be years. Option A.2 to 5. Option B.2 to 7. Option C.3 to 5. Option D.3 to 7. Answer D.3 to 7. Question 31. Fine for money laundering can be up to rupees. Option A.3 lakhs. Option B.4 lakhs. Option C.5 lakhs. Option D.7 lakhs. Answer C.5 lakhs. Question 32. A. Is free when the parties to the contract agree to the same thing in the same sense. Option A. Consent. Option B. Contract. Option C. Agreement. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. Consent. Question 33. Casual vacancies in the board of directors is filled in by the option A. Board of directors. Option B. Promoters. Option C. Underwriters. Option D. Shareholders. Answer A. Board of directors. Question 34. Reserve Bank is authorized to appoint under Section 36 above the BR Act. Option A. Directors. Option B. Additional directors. Option C. Managing director. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Additional directors. Question 35. Reserve Bank may issue directions to banking companies under Section 21 of BR Act on option A. Audit. Option B. Deposits. Option C. Loans and advances. Option D. Capital structure. Answer C. Loans and advances. Question 36. Before removing the chairman of a bank from office, Reserve Bank has to option A. Give compensation for loss of office. Option B. Give opportunity of being heard. Option C. Give an option to continue as director. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Give opportunity of being heard. Question 37. When the board of a banking company is ordered to be reconstituted under Section 10A of the BR Act, directors will be removed for the purpose of reconstitution. Option A. By rotation. Option B. By lots. Option C. By majority decision. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. By lots. Question 38. The provision of Section 36A of the BR Act regarding removal of managerial personnel have over other laws. Option A. No effect. Option B. Overriding effect. Option C. Persuasive effect. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Overriding effect. Question 39. May regulate acceptance of deposits including rate of interest on deposit by banking companies under Section 35A of the BR Act. Option A. Central government. Option B. State government. Option C. Reserve Bank. Option D. Board of directors. Answer C. Reserve Bank. Question 40. Non-registration of charge with ROC makes a bank to option A. Become unsecured creditor against other charge holders. Option B. Share the securities with other charge holders. Option C. Lose the remedy to file suit for the debt. Option D. Lose both the security and the right to file suit. Answer A. Become unsecured creditor against other charge holders. Question 41. The majority of shares of subsidiary banks are held by. Option A. Reserve Bank. Option B. Central government. Option C. State Bank. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. Reserve Bank. Question 42. Regional rural banks operate in. Option A. A notified area. Option B. The whole of a state. Option C. Only a district. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. A notified area. Question 43. The management of the affairs of a regional rural bank is vested in. Option A. The sponsor bank. Option B. Its board of directors. Option C. National bank. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Its board of directors. Question 44. Unless the context otherwise require, the reference to a in the Banking Regulation Act shall be construed as reference to a cooperative bank. Option A. Cooperative society. Option B. Banking company. Option C. Body corporate. Option D. None of the above. Answer B. Banking company. Question 45. Possession is with the mortgagee in. I. Conditional mortgage. 2. Simple mortgage. 3. English mortgage. Option A. Only, I, and, 2. Option B. Only, I, and, 3. Option C. Only, 2, and, 3. Option D. I, 2, and, 3. Answer A. Only, I, and, 2. Question 46. In relation to a cooperative society, for the purposes of BR Act, includes a member of any committee or body for the time being vested with the management of the affairs of that society. Option A. Director. Option B. Member. Option C. Manager. Option D. None of the above. Answer A. Director. Question 47. A bank has lent 8 rupees lakhs to a PVT Ltd.co to purchase a pickup van. Therefore the bank's charge. Option A. Has to be registered with RTO/ROC. Option B. Need not be registered with ROC. Option C. Registration is optional. Option D. None of above. Answer A. Has to be registered with RTO/ROC. Question 48. Goods are to be manufactured/produced/acquired by the seller after making of the contract of sale. Option A. Future. Option B. Specific. Option C. Movable. Option D. Immovable. Answer A. Future. Question 49. What are the main features of SARFA-SE Act, 2002? Option A. To put a legal system for securitization. Option B. Empowering banks and financial institutions to take possession of the mortgage-aged securities. Option C. To sell the securities without intervention of court. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 50. What are the main issues with which SARFA-SE Act, 2002 deals with? Option A. Securitization of assets. Option B. Setting up of an assets reconstruction company. Option C. Enforcement of securities. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 51. The essential features of securitization are: Option A. Acquisition of financial assets by a securitization or reconstruction company. Option B. The assets may be NPA or standard. Option C. On sale the assets goes out of the books of the originator. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 52. What are the main functions of assets reconstruction company? Option A. Setting up of a company. Option B. Acquiring assets for reconstruction. Option C. Acquire assets for asset reconstruction. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 53. Which of the following is not a function of asset reconstruction company? Option A. To acquire pending recovery cases from DRT. Option B. Act as an agent for recover. Option C. Act as manager. Option D. Act as receiver of court/tribunal. Answer A. To acquire pending recovery cases from DRT. Question 54. The important features of enforcement of securities are: Option A. Take possession of the secured assets. Option B. Take over management of secured assets. Option C. To acquire pending recovery cases from DRT. Option D. Act as an agent for recover. Answer D. Act as an agent for recover. Question 55. The important features of enforcement of securities are: Option A. Take possession of the secured assets. Option B. Take over management of secured assets. Option C. Recover dues from the debtors of the borrower. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 56. In which of the following acts, the provisions of mortgage of an asset are dealt with? Option A. Transfer of Property Act. Option B. Sale of Goods Act. Option C. Negotiable Instrument Act. Option D. Indian Company Law. Answer A. Transfer of Property Act. Question 57. The bank can enforce the security after giving notice and if borrower does not repay within. Option A. 30 days. Option B. 60 days. Option C. 75 days. Option D. 90 days. Answer B. 60 days. Question 58. Possession is with the mortgagee in: I. Conditional mortgage. 2. Usufructuary mortgage. 3. English mortgage. Option A. Only, I, and 2. Option B. Only, I, and 3. Option C. Only, 2, and 3. Option D. I, 2, and 3. Answer C. Only, 2, and 3. Question 59. The power of enforcement of security are available to: Option A. Banking companies. Option B. Public financial institutions. Option C. Non-banking financial companies. Option D, A, and B. Answer D, A, and B. Question 60. What are the rights available to a secured creditor? Option A. To sell the assets. Option B. File application with DRT for recovery of full or remaining dues. Option C. To proceed against the guarantor. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 61. Which of the following is correct? Option A. The borrower can file an appeal with the DRT only after the secured creditor takes possession of asset. Option B. Borrower cannot file an appeal in the civil court. Option C. Writ petition can be filed in the High Court at any time. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 62, which of the following statements is not correct? Option A. The secured creditor has all the judicial powers. Option B. The borrower can get the possession of asset back if he succeeds in DRT. Option C. The protection of SICA will not be available once the secured creditor takes steps. Option D. The borrower can get compensation from the secured creditor if he succeeds in appeal in DRT. Answer A. The secured creditor has all the judicial powers. Question 63, which of the following provisions are correct regarding securitization? Option A. Performing assets can be securitized. Option B. Non-performing assets can also be securitized. Option C. A securitization company can also act as asset reconstruction company and vice versa. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 64, an instrument on which is not mentioned is called as inchoate instrument. I. Date. 2. Payee. 3. Amount. Option A. Only, I, and, 2. Option B. Only, I, and, 3. Option C. Only, 2, and, 3. Option D. I, 2, and, 3. Answer D. I, 2, and, 3. Question 65, as per Information Technology Act 2000, punishment for fraudulently or dishonestly making use of the electronic signature, password, or any other unique identification feature of any other person can be, I. Fine up to Rs.1 lakh, 2. Fine up to 2 rupees lakh, 3. Imprisonment up to 3 years. Option A. Only, I, and, 2. Option B. Only, I, and, 3. Option C. Only, 2, and, 3. Option D. I, 2, and, 3. Answer B. Only, I, and, 3. Question 66, as per Information Technology Act 2000, punishment for hacking can be I. Fine up to Rs.1 lakh, 2. Fine up to 2 rupees lakh, 3. Imprisonment up to 3 years. Option A. Only, I, and, 2. Option B. Only, I, and, 3. Option C. Only, 2, and, 3. Option D. I, 2, and, 3. Answer C. Only, 2, and, 3. Question 67, a limited company applied for working finance on 23rd of July. Received the sanction letter on 12th of August and executed the loan documents on 18th of August. Availed the finance on 3rd of September only. The charge has been registered with the Registrar of Companies on 15th of September. In this case, option A. The registration is in order. Option B. The registration is not in order. Option C. The charge should have been filed within 1 month from the date of sanction. Option D. Since the finance has been taken only on 3rd of September, time to be calculated from that date to file the charge. Answer A. The registration is in order. Question 68, which of the following is a correct statement? Option A. State government has no control over coup banks. Option B. Central government doesn't exercise any control over the commercial bank. Option C. For cancellation of bank license by RBI, appeal lies with the Supreme Court. Option D. Central government can give directions to RBI. Answer D. Central government can give directions to RBI. Question 69. While dealing with shares and securities, banks have to follow the regulations framed by. Option A. Company Law Board. Option B. Registrar of Companies. Option C. SEBI. Option D. FIDE. Answer C. SEBI. Question 70. Banking Regulation Act 1949 was enacted with the objective of. Option A. Creating RBI. Option B. Creating banking companies. Option C. Accepting of deposit and lending. Option D. Regulating banking business. Answer D. Regulating banking business. Question 71. The final decision to issue notes of different denomination is taken by. Option A. Governor RBI. Option B. Central Board of Directors of RBI. Option C. Issue debt of RBI. Option D. Central Government. Answer D. Central Government. Question 72. On which of the following aspects, RBI doesn't have the authority as far as banks are concerned? Option A. Collection and dissemination of credit info. Option B. Moratorium, amalgamation, winding up of bank. Option C. Imposition of penalties. Option D. None of the above. Answer D. None of the above. Question 73. Which of the following kind of authority RBI doesn't have to regulate the banking business in India? Option A. To inspect the banks. Option B. To exercise supervisory control over banks. Option C. To give directions to bank in public interest. Option D. None of the above. Answer D. None of the above. Question 74. Which among the following can give directions to RBI? Option A. Central government. Option B. Governor RBI. Option C. Central Board of Directors of RBI. Option D. Public shareholders of RBI. Answer A. Central government. Question 75. Who among the following are not included in the Central Board of Directors of RBI? Option A. Governor. Option B. Deputy Governor. Option C. Directors nominated by government. Option D. Executive Director. Answer D. Executive Director. Question 76. Which of the following dates the DRT Act 1993 was implemented? Option A. 24.06.1963. Option B. 27.08.1993. Option C. 30.09.1993. Option D. 30.09.1993. Answer B. 27.08.1993. Question 77. Which of the following high courts rejected implementation of DRT Act 1993 in its state in 1995? Option A. Delhi High Court. Option B. Allahabad High Court. Option C. Japan High Court. Option D. Mumbai High Court. Answer A. Delhi High Court. Question 78. The presiding officer of DRT is appointed by. Option A. Reserve Bank of India. Option B. Supreme Court. Option C. Central Government. Option D. High Court. Answer C. Central government. Question 79. What is the tenure of presiding officer? Option A.1 year. Option B.3 years. Option C.5 years. Option D. No such limit. Answer B.3 years. Question 80. Which of the following organization are not eligible to avail the benefits of DRT Act, 1993? Option A. Commercial banks. Option B. Financial institutions. Option C. Non-banking financial institutions. Option D. All these. Answer C. Non-banking financial institutions. Question 81. Which of the following debts is not considered for recovery by Debt Recovery Tribunal? Option A. Debts due to staff of the bank. Option B. Debts due to small industries. Option C. Debts due to professional and self-employed persons. Option D. Any other debts of commercial nature. Answer A. Debts due to staff of the bank. Question 82. Which of the following modes can be used for filing a case with DRT? Option A. Personally by representative of a bank or the bank advocate. Option B. Application can be sent through registered post. Option C. A. Or B. Option D. None of the above. Answer C. A. Or B. Question 83. In which of the following tribunals, a case for recovery under DRT Act, can be filed? Option A. Any of the tribunals in India. Option B. Only in the tribunal in whose jurisdiction the bank of financial institution is working. Option C. None of the above. Option D. Any of the above. Answer B. Only in the tribunal in whose jurisdiction the bank of financial institution is working. Question 84. Any person aggrieved by an order of adjudicating authority can appeal to? Option A. RBI. Option B. High Court. Option C. Special Director, Appeals. Option D. Appellate Tribunal for Foreign Exchange. Answer C. Special Director, Appeals. Question 85. A. Is a stipulation collateral to the main purpose of the contract? Option A. Condition. Option B. Warranty. Option C. Implied condition. Option D. Guarantee. Answer B. Warranty. Question 86. The maximum number of members in a private company can be? Option A.7. Option B.12. Option C.50. Option D.2. Answer C.50. Question 87. Section 22 of RBI Acts relate which aspects of banking? Option A. RBI authority to regulate credit. Option B. RBI authority to regulate banking business. Option C. RBI authority to function as bank for government business. Option D. RBI authority to issue and manage currency in India. Answer D. RBI authority to issue and manage currency in India. Question 88. Which of the following are the enclosures to the enclosed with the recovery application to the filed with DRT? Option A. Prescribed fee. Option B. Paper book. Option C. Particulars of assets financed through loans. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 89. The power of sale without intervention of the court is given to the mortgagor in the case of the following mortgage. Option A. Equitable mortgage. Option B. English mortgage. Option C. Simple mortgage. Option D. Usufructuary mortgage. Answer B. English mortgage. Question 90. RBI is under obligation to undertake banking business for the central government under the provision of. Option A. Section 22 of RBI Act. Option B. Section 21 of RBI Act. Option C. Section 20 of RBI Act. Option D. Result of agreement between RBI and government. Answer C. Section 20 of RBI Act. Question 91. In a bill of exchange, normally who is not the drawer? I. The person ordering for payment. 2. The person directed to pay. 3. The beneficiary. Option A. Only I and 2. Option B. Only I and 3. Option C. Only 2 and 3. Option D. I 2 and 3. Answer C. Only 2 and 3. Question 92. Holder in due course is a person who became possessor of a NI for I. Valuable consideration. 2. In good faith. 3. After becoming due. Option A. Only I and 2. Option B. Only I and 3. Option C. Only 2 and 3. Option D. I 2 and 3. Answer A. Only I and 2. Question 93. The monetary and credit policy statement of RBI are not called I. Annual policy statement. 2. Credit policy of RBI. 3. Economic policy. Option A. Only I and 2. Option B. Only I and 3. Option C. Only 2 and 3. Option D. I 2 and 3. Answer C. Only 2 and 3. Question 94. In a bill of exchange, normally who is not the drawee? I. The person ordering for payment. 2. The person directed to pay. 3. The beneficiary. Option A. Only I and 2. Option B. Only I and 3. Option C. Only 2 and 3. Option D. I 2 and 3. Answer B. Only I and 3. Question 95. Which of the following are the requirements of a securitized company? Option A. It should be an independent company. Option B. It should be registered with RBI. Option C. It will be a public financial institution. Option D. All the above. Answer D. All the above. Question 96. Under open cash credit, the goods are taken as security, without transferring I. Ownership of goods. 3. Possession of goods. Option A. Only I. Option B. Only 2. Option C. Either I or 2. Option D. Both I and 2. Answer D. Both I and 2. Question 97. Under the Banking Ombudsman Scheme, a complaint can be lodged with the Ombudsman. Option A. Within in the specified jurisdiction. Option B. With the head office of the bank. Option C. With the consumer of the bank. Option D. Any of the above. Answer. A. Within in the specified jurisdiction. Question 98. The Secretariat staff in the Banking Ombudsman Office will be. Option. A. Drawn from banks. Option. B. Drawn from Reserve Bank. Option. C. Directly appointed. Option. D, A, and B. Answer. D, A, and B. Question 99. Central Information Commission can impose a penalty of rupees for each day till the information is furnished. Option. A. 100. Option. B. 150. Option. C. 200. Option. D. 250. Answer. D. 250. Question 100. Identify the following types of mortgages. 1. The sale is ostensible and not real. 2. The mortgagee has the right to receive rent on the property mortgaged. 3. Mortgage is put through in a notified area. 4. Private sale possible. Option. A. Simple mortgage / English mortgage / equitable mortgage / anomalous mortgage. Option. B. Mortgage by way of conditional sale / usufructuary mortgage / mortgage by way of deposit of title deed / English mortgage. Option. C. Registered mortgage / English mortgage / equitable mortgage / simple mortgage. Option. D. Mortgage by way of conditional sale / equitable mortgage / usufructuary mortgage / English mortgage. Answer. B. Mortgage by way of conditional sale / usufructuary mortgage / mortgage by way of deposit of title deed / English mortgage.